Talk is your boy Ezra, and today I'm going to be doing a fantasy football mock draft standard 12-team league. I am using Yahoo's system because they're very popular. Rooms fill up super fast. Is it my favorite? No, but it's a clean interface, pretty good, and Yahoo doesn't have the custom, because I usually do half PPR, and I would love to use like a fantasy football calculator. I really love Sleeper, but Sleeper doesn't have a public mock draft room. Fantasy football calculator is not as popular, so only some of these mock drafts have like 3-4 people, and I don't want to do a mock draft with computer. I like to do it with live people, even though we know there's some negatives with that. A lot of people leave or they go crazy, but this is where you refine your drafting, and maybe you can see some sleepers where you think you're sleepers that you ranked where they fall in the mock draft. And I'm going to talk about my past strategies. Usually I am a heavy running back drafter. I always make sure I try to get like a 1A and a 1B in my drafts when it comes to running back. But this year I want to switch it up because the tight end position is so valuable outside those, you need to get one of those top 3 if you want some real value at the tight end position. If not, you're throwing darts out there. So I want to see how my team looks like for myself if I don't do my running back situation. What I like to do, Yahoo's going to start in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to pick up and cue my sleepers. And some of my sleepers are Will Fuller. And we know the wide receiver position is pretty deep in my opinion. So if you're going to, like if I said, if I'm going for a tight end and a running back and maybe go for another running back, I have to go early. I feel like I have to wait a little bit on wide receiver. So I'm going to put in some sleepers just in case. My other sleepers, who else do I have? I think for running back, I have James Conner from the Cardinals. He had a big, anytime he played, he was productive for the Steelers last year. And we know about their run game went flat towards the end. One, because of his injury, and because of the offensive line, and I think because of the play calling. But that's what happened. I think James Conner, if you can get him obviously pretty late, I think he's projected his ADP is, he's ranked on Yahoo. Let me see where he's ranked on Yahoo right now. He's ranked 92, 107 overall. So he's ranked, that's what would be the 8th, 9th round. And I think that's pretty good value. Or if you can get him a little later than that, that's amazing value right there. So I got him there on my thing. For tight end, I have Irv Smith just in case I don't get any of the top 3. Irv Smith from the Vikings, he's a candidate to break out. Like I said, you're shooting darts here. I have him in my Dynasty League, and I think he has great upside. He has great receiving ability. And with Kyle Rudolph leaving that team is going to open up targets. And, we know he's getting a little there up more in age, but he's more a possession receiver. And if you want more of a red zone guy, I think Irv Smith might be tailored for that. Let me see who else I have. Let me check my sleepers. Oh, for another running back, Gainwell, the rookie. I know there's going to be some running back committee at Philadelphia, but Gainwell, he's a receiver back out there. He should fill in that role. He should be that Darren Sproles. And with the injury history with Miles Sanders, I don't know. I feel like he's ranked 284 on Yahoo. So I could get him pretty late. I think I could get great value if I don't see any other picks there. So I'm going to just keep him in my queue just in case. Oh, it's my turn to pick. Oh, I did not know it was my turn to pick. And I have the 7th pick, I believe. Who was drafted? I don't even know who was drafted. Who wasn't drafted? I have the number 1 pick. I did not know that. So since I have the number 1 pick, I'm going with Christian McCaffrey. I'm over here doing my queue. Now I have to wait a long time, right? Since I have the number 1 pick. A lot of people like to go in the middle. That's what I was trying to shoot for. And let's take out the draft sounds here. I apologize for that. Now with this, I have to wait a while. McCaffrey went 1. Dalvin Cook went 2. That's the usual stuff. Kamara, number 3. That's the name of the game right here. I think that's very usual. You're going to see in most drafts. So now I have to target. Oh man, I'm gonna go for a tight end next pick. So I'm gonna cue, the big three: Kelsey, Waller, and Kittle. If I can find Kittle, they got Kittle pretty down here on Yahoo. What's going on? Number 71 ranked overall, 32. I guess that can't be his first position. They don't show his position, but his ADP is 29. So that's going to be close to kind of where I'm going to be drafting next, right? Because it is a snake draft. What's up, DJ? This is streaming live on Twitch right now. So, and if you want to see the draft and how the board is going, you can also check out the YouTube channel at Idiot Sports Talk. We're working this draft here right now. So after Kamara was Elliott, Henry, Chubb, Jones. No surprises there. Running backs flying. And I'm guessing we're going to have a running back drafting lobby here. So running back is going to be very scarce for me. So if I pick up that tight end with this running back heavy lobby, it's going to be very nervous for me. But I get the back-to-back. So I get the tight end, hopefully, and hopefully a decent running back with that flip. All right, Tyreek Hill went number 8. Love to see. I hope someone takes like a quarterback or something like that. I don't usually go for quarterbacks early. I think it's another deep position. I wait for a quarterback unless I see great value, maybe with a Lamar Jackson, Kyle Murray, or Josh Allen, and stuff like that. So we got Hill at 8, Jason Taylor at 9, which was kind of surprising, but not much. Adams, 10, Diggs, 11, Barkley at 12. I think that's great value right there for the last pick because that's a top 4 potential running back. So he went double running back with the flip. So he got Barkley and Austin Eckler. I don't know if I will go with Eckler in the first round. I know, if there's a PPR league, yes, I understand that. Eckler is going to get you a ton of points. If it's a standard league, I don't know if I love that move as much. Kelsey, one of the big tight ends, went with this 14th pick. So, and I'm about 9 more picks to go. Oh, yeah. I'm a little nervous. One of the big 3 went. Because usually if someone takes a position, people follow it up. Oh, Antonio Gibson with the 15th pick went off the board. Another running back. Najee Harris, Calvin Ridley, who I absolutely love this year. I think most people do. That's why he's going so early. He'll go first or early second. Calvin Ridley definitely justifies his ADP in most of these leagues. So, love that move right there. Who are you going to go for, Jose? I don't, these are all strangers. I'm just playing with random people on Yahoo trying to see what's going down. This is not focused towards your picks, but is Dak going to be good for the Cowboys? Dak was on a monster tear last year. I am not the biggest Dak Prescott fan, but when it comes to terms of fantasy, he is going to be putting up numbers. He has weapons all around him. Is he going to be good in terms of putting up numbers? Yes. Do I think he's won games, right? It's like I can't call him a loser. He's won, but he's underwhelmed too. He's got talent. That the Cowboys should have been running with that division for the last few years, but injuries, bad defense. Dak is not the problem over there overall. I just don't, I don't love him. That's all I'm saying. After the 18th pick was Deandre Hopkins, Justin Jefferson, Joe Mixon with the 20th pick. So 3 more picks to go. Then I am able to pick 2. Wait. Don't I have? Hey, where's Kittle? Kittle's not up on my queue. I do have Kittle on my queue. There you go. I still have my 2 tight ends still on the board here. A.J. Brown went after So after Joe Mixon, the 21st pick was Metcalf, 22nd, A.J. Brown. And I have 2 more picks to go. Patrick Mahomes went with quarterback. Thank you so much. You're a lovely person. I love it. I love it. I love it. I might go with Waller because there's more weapons in San Francisco. So I'm just going with Waller here. And now I get the flip here. I still got some picks at running back. I got Hilaire, Montgomery, Chris Carson, J.K. Dobbins. This might be a little surprising, but I'm going to go with David Montgomery over Hilaire, even though the value pick would be Hilaire. But I think Montgomery, I think he was on a roll last year. I think he's finding the groove in that offense. I'm going with David Montgomery here. I'm gonna do that. That's going to be my flip. So now my team is looking like Christian McCaffrey, Montgomery, Waller. No wide receivers. And back to DJ. You meant more injury side. He's healed up. They say he looks good. He's looking good through the videos I've seen. I think overall he's had one big injury. I don't think he's been, he has that injury risk label on him. But, a quarterback is a quarterback. And hopefully their big issue was that offensive line. And they've done some moves to shore up that offensive line. So Dak Prescott, I think Cowboys fans should be, shouldn't be nervous that he's going to be kept healthy, and it's going to be a priority for the Cowboys. It's always been a priority for Jerry, so I don't think it's going to be too much. Now, since I don't have any wide receivers, and I still would like to get another running back, I'm going to check out the remaining running backs, even though I have about, I want to say 14 picks to go. I'm going to cue some people, but after I cue them, after Montgomery was Chris Carson, Keenan Allen, J.K. Dobbins, Allen Robinson, love that pick right there. Hilaire went 30th, 31st, Scary Terry, also love Scary Terry. Those are number one wide receivers that I missed out on. Now, CeeDee Lamb. Now I feel like I'm getting into after like a Scary Terry, Allen Robinson, I feel like I'm going into the quote-unquote second tier of wide receivers that I'm going to be drafting from. And I got some names that I feel like might ascend, like Brandon Ayuk from the 49ers, really high. Julio Jones is still there. And if it's a standard league, I might want to jump on that. That's great value there. Robert Woods, I love. Chris Godwin, I'm not, a lot of people are probably more on high on Chris Godwin than Mike Evans this upcoming year. I don't know if I love any of the Buccaneers wide receivers at their ADPs. If I could great value, I'm definitely going to pick one up. Amari Cooper, that was the number one wide receiver that just left. So I have my pool for me, which is about another 9 picks to go, is looking like I said, the Robert Woods, the Julio Jones, Brandon Ayuk, who I'm high on, Cooper Kupp, DJ Moore. Those are the ones available. Robert Woods just went, so I just lost one of probably my ranked number one wide receiver that was remaining. Still got Julio Jones, so he's probably my number 2. Brandon Ayuk is my number 3 here. Josh Jacobs just went with the 39th pick. Might be, I feel like, because of the running back position was taken, Swift just went. They're grabbing great value right here with these running backs, with Swift and Jacobs at the 39th and 40th pick. And I just realized, George Kittle just went with the 41st pick. So there you go. The top 41 players, 3 tight ends go. Cooper Kupp just went. Now I have 5 more picks before me. Is Julio Jones going to be there? I don't know. I feel like I have to queue some more people. Okay, Miles Sanders just went. I still have my deep sleepers. Like I said, I have my Will Fuller, Marvin Jones. You could put Michael Thomas in there somewhere, even though we know about his injury. He'll miss about 5 to 7 weeks to start the year. And the remaining running backs, we got Myles Gaston, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis. That's like probably the 3rd tier running backs. Okay, the number 1 ranked player available right now is Lamar Jackson. I don't think I would go for quarterback just yet, because you got Kyle Murray, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson. I could, if I want to go for a more balanced team. Let's see what wide receivers are left. Maybe I might pull the trigger on one, because, like I said, I get the flip here. So after 41, which is Kittle, was Cooper Kupp, Miles Sanders, Brandon Ayuk and Julio Jones, my 2 wide receivers that I had ranked. Then Thielen went right before I pick. That's rough for me. So DJ Moore just went. Now it's looking kind of nervous for me. So at this point, I might go with, I like second-year wide receivers. The remaining, I have Tyler Lockett, T. Higgins. I could go with Odell Beckham, but I don't know if I love that off. I'm going to go with T. Higgins here because, like I said, I love the second-year jumps by these wide receivers. Since I should go with another wide receiver, like I said, I see some value at the quarterback position. Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, and Kyler Murray. I'm going to go with Kyler Murray. I believe he was the number 1 quarterback last season. I'm drafting him. My wide receivers, if you have T. Higgins as my number 1, I don't know if I love that, to be honest. I don't know if I'm loving that. But I do have a top 3 position player at running back, at tight end, and now at quarterback. So I got 3 positions that potentially top 3 guys. Montgomery, I hope he can be a top, 12 RB. We'll see. Higgins, if he makes the jump up, if he gets to a top 15, that's, I feel like that's a steal at this position. All right, now I hope even my sleepers, like a Marvin Jones, if he's my wide receiver too, I'll be a little nervous. I'm hoping maybe Odell will fall down, or Claypool, from the Steelers, or Cortland Sutton. Like I said, I like second-year wide receivers, which is Claypool or Jerry Jeudy, stuff like that. So, if I want to take a risk, Deebo Samuel, right? Even though I think Brandon Ayuk is going to ascend as the number 1 wide receiver for the 49ers, that is, I'm going for high risk, high potential there. I have, remaining as Robbie Anderson. Do I want to go with a safe pick or Jamar Chase? I might target a Odell here. Not even sure what round we're in. Anyway, let's run by after my picks. After Kyler Murray was Kyle Pitts, Lamar Jackson, Chase Edmonds, Mike Davis, Tyler Lockett, and Mostert from the 49ers. I also might look at another running back. I see Kareem Hunt, who was number 10 at RB10 last year. So if you could pick him up around, the 60th, 70th pick, great value there. And the remaining running backs, you got Damian Harris, Myles Gaskin still, James Robinson. We don't know his role this year since they drafted Etienne. I probably mispronounced his name, but that's what I do here. I still got my sleeper James Conner way down. He's below Gus Edwards, A.J. Dillon, Michael Carter, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette. As soon as I say, it's like they're watching. They picked up Kareem Hunt. All right, so after Mostert was Etienne, Johnson, the wide receiver from the Steelers, Hockenson, the tight end, and Hunt was the 59th pick. Yahoo's got me confused. I don't know what round I'm in or anything. What round am I in? Oh, okay, well, I'm in the 6th round. I'm sorry. Now I see it. Sorry, Yahoo. I'm just blind. I apologize. Mark Andrews, excuse me. The tight end from the Ravens just went with the 60th pick. If I can pick up, I like Myles Gaskin. I think he's very underrated. I think I would have won my Dynasty Fantasy League championship last year if I started him, but I started Leonard Fournette over him, and then, Leonard Fournette had a good game, but it wasn't what Myles Gaskin did in that week, and he just went, and Damian Harris just went. Anytime I say a name, they get taken. I know everyone has this feeling when they do fantasy drafts, right? Unbelievable. Do you think you could pick up another Week 10 bye, or do you need to stay away from too many of the same weeks? If I see a player that I like, I don't care about his bye week, because you can always, because you never know. You can have value at that position. You can trade, or you eat it and you take that week. You hopefully you get a pickup or something like that. I don't put too much stock into their bye weeks. If I got to take a loss that week because of a bye week, I'm going to go with the best position players. And if you feel like that's a problem ahead of time, you have value, and then you go ahead with the trade. So out there, Myles Gaskin was Damian Harris, Dak Prescott, Jerry Jeudy, and Sermon from the rookie running back, and now Odell Beckham Jr. All the guys that I was targeting before my turn are going out the window right now. So when it comes to the remaining running backs, I see David Johnson, Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette, which I kind of like the Leonard Fournette right there. I still got James Conner, so I don't know if I'll go for running back at this point. I still need wide receivers, and the wide receivers I still have remaining with 3 picks ahead of me is Robbie Anderson, Kenny Golladay, Claypool, Cortland Sutton, Deebo Samuels. And I still have Will Fuller, who's still serving, I think, 2 more games of suspension this year, who's one of my sleepers. And after Odell Beckham Jr. is Russell Wilson, Jamar Chase, Robbie Anderson with the 69th pick. You always got to love picking 69. Saying. Very good pick. Got no problems with that. Okay, we got Tyler Higbee, went with the 70th pick. I feel like if you don't get the top 3 tight ends, absolutely just throw it out the window and just wait. And that's my opinion. Claypool, the 71st pick, now is my pick, which, sucks because Claypool was one of my players that I was targeting. At this point, I know he was injured big time last year, but I feel like he's the true number 1 on that team. I'm going with Cortland Sutton here with the 72nd pick. I know end of the 6th round, that might be a little early for Cortland Sutton, but if I feel like that's the player there, I'm going for it. Now let's go back to running back. I feel like I could wait a little bit more for James Conner. I don't see anybody else that I really love in front of him. Let's go back to wide receivers. I got a hit. Deebo Samuels could be could be the number 1 there. So I might go with Deebo Samuels right here. There's Tyler Boyd and there's Kenny Golladay. Wait, did it pick for me? Oh, I picked Will Fuller. Oh, the auto draft picked Will Fuller for me. That's okay. That's all right. I'm not complaining. Because if you look at Will Fuller's per game points last season, I think he was in the top 5 wide receivers. Now, I know he doesn't have, Deshaun Watson anymore. Tua makes me a little nervous. All I know is Tua underratedly has a great, accurate long ball, and hopefully he's more comfortable, more confident this season, and they're throwing it a lot more. And Will Fuller, to me, should stand out as the number 1 wide receiver. I know they drafted Waddle. They have Devontae Parker. But to me, Fuller is the best wide receiver on the Dolphins. So overall, it doesn't bother me. I was about to draft Deebo Samuel, but I'm not complaining here. And after Fuller, Deebo Samuel went. Williams, the running back for the Broncos. Justin Herbert. Great value there. Kenny Golladay. Tonyan. I can't pronounce his name. The tight end from the Packers. And James Robinson went with the 79th pick. So my team, how it's shaping up right now, is Kyler Murray, T. Higgins, Cortland Sutton, Christian McCaffrey, David Montgomery, Darren Waller, and Fuller right now as my flex, which doesn't work because he doesn't play for the first 2 weeks. But the draft is not over. I still have my sleeper wide receiver Marvin Jones from Jacksonville. I might put Elijah Moore on my, I'm a Jets fan, so I might put Elijah Moore for the way back end, way down. Just in case. If you want, I know a lot of people are mixed on this. DJ Chalk, he's still available there. He could emerge as the number 1 wide receiver in Jacksonville. But if you want to take that chance with their new star player who should have been a Jet, Trevor Lawrence, my heart, hurts. Still available right now. And the end of the 7th round, about to be the 8th round. Also, Brandon Cooks, who's been, he's been a consistent. He's not going to get 1,600 yards for you. Should be the clear-cut number 1 wide receiver on the Texans, but we don't know about their quarterback situation. That's what really bothers here. You got Antonio Brown. Yeah, he seems like this could be a great risk also, Antonio Brown, because Tom Brady and Antonio Brown do have a chemistry. But like I said, I don't love any of the wide receivers over there in fantasy because there's so many weapons to go around. And I think they might want to emphasize a little bit more on the running game this upcoming season. That's what Arian said, but, he loves to air it out too. So after James Robinson was Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts. If you want to go for a risk sleeper quarterback, I think Jalen Hurts will be, I feel like you don't get none of that top 3 also quarterbacks, top 4 quarterbacks. I think you can wait for Hurts. Juju went after an 82nd pick. Ronald Jones, Aaron Rodgers. Chargers defense went in the 8th round. I had someone fucked up, but I guess not, because then Tyler Boyd went. Then Washington defense went in the 8th round. Good for me. Love it. Because that means I get to, some more quality players are falling down. Running backs have not gone. David Johnson, Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette, Michael Carter, A.J. Dillon, Gus Edwards, and James Conner are still available for pickup. And I don't have a third running back. So I feel like I have to target one of these running backs. And I still have a couple wide receivers. Now that I have Will Fuller, I do see a Michael Thomas is still available in the 8th round at this point. If I want to, like, that name, the potential there, but I'm going to have 2 players that I can't use for several weeks. Might handicap me. I'm just thinking about it. It does look enticing. I tell you right now, if I skip on Michael Thomas and he comes back on the next flip side, I'm definitely taking him. Right now, we're at the 90th pick. Michael Carter. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. After Washington was Thomas, the tight end from Washington, went 88th. Pittsburgh's defense, 89th. Michael Carter, 90th. San Francisco, 91st defense. And Dallas, their tight end, went 92nd. Now I got to pay attention to my Fant. Just went 93rd. Ooh, I see DJ Chalk is still up there. Still got Marvin Jones up there, but I don't think I'm going to pick up Marvin Jones. He's a sleeper, so I will wait down the line. I got Antonio Brown still, too. Melvin Gordon just went. So after Melvin Gordon went, it's my pick. I'm going to go with James Conner. I think he'll have a better year than Chase Edmonds. I'm going with James Conner. And then I'm going to wide receiver. I have DJ Chalk. I still have Michael Thomas on the board, but he's ranked a lot lower than a lot of these wide receivers that I'm looking at. But, he's a name. So I think a lot of these players will be enticed. I want to see how that plays out. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Since it's a mock draft, let's take I'm going to go with DJ Chalk right here at 97 and see where Michael Thomas goes in this draft to see if I can really, do I have to draft him around the 9th or 10th pick? I'll be doing more mock drafts, but I'm going to mark down. I think this is what you should use in a strategy when it comes to a mock draft. Maybe mark down key players, see where they go, where people are drafting them, and see where you have to put them on your rank or on your ADP. So when you do your actual draft, you know what the deal is. So I'm going to mark that down. First of all, I got DJ Chalk with the 97th pick, so I'm going to put that. I know you're going to hear the clicking, but, it is what it is. 97th pick, I got him. Michael Thomas was still available. Let me get that on my I apologize for that. Oh, I didn't mean to do all that. This is right here. Thomas still available. All right. We're going over here. Let's put the draft sounds back on. And after my DJ Chalk, Shalank Jr. from Jacksonville went. Justin Tucker, the kicker. David Johnson, the running back. And Matthew Stafford, who has a lot of weapons, could have a big year, went 101st. I think I'm going to end the draft after I see where Michael Thomas goes. Potentially. If he's still there, my 120th pick, I am definitely taking Michael Thomas. Definitely taking him. I still have some of my sleepers when it comes to Salvin Ahmed, also a sleeper. He's ranked 362. Yeah, I think they're going to do a running back by committee over there. If you want to handicap some players, you got Tony Pollard. You can never go wrong with Tony Pollard. You got Murray with the Saints. A.J. Dillon. There's a few names out there. Zach Moss just went 103rd. We got kickers flying off the board right now. Tampa Bay's defense just went. I like it. Go ahead. Let Michael Thomas drop to me at 120th. I just have to worry about the next 12 picks. No, more than that. 14, 15 more picks to go. I'd really be surprised. I really will be surprised if Michael Thomas falls to me at 120. That's what I'm here waiting for. Another kicker went. I hope you are listening to my advice. I doubt it. But, yeah, I love Dynasty Leagues. I want to talk about my Dynasty Leagues. We're going into year 4 in one of my other leagues. In my other league, went to my second year. And in my rookie draft, I had the second to last pick. I picked up Bateman. Fell to me. This is a 12-team half PPR league. Matter of fact, I didn't have the second to last pick. I believe I had the 10th pick in the draft. Or 9th pick because I traded up during the year for a first rounder. That's what I love about Dynasty. You could trade rookie draft picks. You could trade within the draft. Lovely. It's just, that's what's great about Dynasty Leagues. It's about it's never an off season. There's always talking. We're always trading. Things amongst that nature. So the 109th pick, Leonard Fournette, I don't know if Jason Sanders, the kicker from Miami, 110th. He's in my Dynasty League also. Leonard Fournette, it's funny. I got 2 Dynasty Leagues, so I got half of these players on my teams. I got Leonard Fournette, who lost me the championship. I should have had Myles Gaskin. Should have won that money. Now I'm broke. Now I'm doing mock drafts on Yahoo. I really do. I love Sleeper. If you don't know about Sleeper, they do standard leagues, but I feel like they're wonderful. If you do, because one of my Dynasty Leagues is at myfantasyleague.com, the most customizable fantasy site out there. If you love that, you will love Sleeper. It's just a much cleaner interface. It's got the bells and whistles, and they're always adding new things because they're brand new to the space. I just can't wait to do a public mock draft system. It's just beautiful, nice, smooth application. Probably the best application for fantasy football. Yahoo's got a nice one. ESPN's got a nice one, but I love Sleeper. Now, it's on the way up. I apologize. I'm from the Bronx. Gus Edwards went at 113th. Ryan Tannehill, 114th. Brandon Cooks, 115th, which is great value right there. Shit, I thought about him 16 rounds ago. And Michael Thomas is still available. Michael Gallup. Antonio Brown. I got my backup sleeper running back. Drake just went. That could be a good handicap also. Running back to pick up. My sleeper, sleep tight end, Irv Smith, still available. Don't have to worry about picking him up right now. And when you're talking about sleep, if you want a sleeper quarterback, I know he's not starting, but it's someone that you could stash away. Trey Lance? I think you might want to do some Trey Lance. I think you might want to go that direction. Or Trevor Lawrence, if that's your last round. I don't think he'll go before the last round, right? I'm not sure. Well, I will be finding out. Antonio Brown just went with the 118th pick. Do not pick up Michael Thomas. I don't like they just picked up a wide receiver. It's going to make Andy here think wide receiver and go with Michael Thomas. I'm going to pick him. 120. Michael went with Michael Gallup. I'm going with Michael Thomas. I'll wait. This is high potential. This is a RB. I mean, this is not an RB. WR, 1 when playing. And he was still productive without Drew Brees. So, drafting Michael Thomas, the 120th pick. So, I'm very happy with that. Now, is there a sleeper running back I can pick at 121? I like the Tony Pollard. Do really like that as a handicap. But I'm not going to do that right now. Williams, the rookie. 121. Well, you know what? If you're going with just throwing darts, I might go with the dart here. Oh, no. I picked up Marvin Jones. Look at the timer. This is why I hate timing fucking drafts. Damn. I like Marvin Jones, but I didn't want to pick Marvin Jones right now. I was going to go with Williams. Well, I F'd myself. I clicked on him. That's what happens when you have the queue. Hurting right now. Hurting. That's 2 timer picks that I got F'd with. Anyway, let me end the podcast. Let me end the draft. Let me end the stream. And first, let me say you can follow me on Idiot Ezra on Twitter. If you got any questions, follow the YouTube, Idiot Sports Talk, and follow the podcast, Idiot Sports Talk, on Spotify, Apple, your favorite directory. And we're going to end it with my team right now at this point in the 11th round. Kyler Murray, T. Higgins, Cortland Sutton, McCaffrey, Montgomery, Darren Waller, Will Fuller, James Conner, DJ Chalk, Michael Thomas, Marvin Jones, and I had the number 1 overall pick in a snake draft, so I had to wait for the flip. And a lot of people don't love the top 3 picks because of that flip. Hey, when you get a superstar like Christian McCaffrey, I'm not crying too much. Look for your values. Create your own ADP. Look out in these mock drafts where you think certain players are going to fall, what these other players are thinking about. Just see and tailor. People, I think, get hung up on, is he a RB10 or this and that? I go by value depending on the round. What players are available? How your team is shaping up. That's how I construct my teams. To me, it's not about best available player every single time. You got to have flexibility for, let's say, trading. I always say, hey, if you got a great player, don't worry about it. Keep that player, draft that player, and you'll create value in the future by trading. That's a trade piece. Have the leverage on your side by creating that perception and leverage within your league. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was insightful. Hopefully you'll join me on future streams here on Idiot Ezra on Twitch, which I'll do some more fantasy drafts. I'll be doing some gaming, cursing, laughing, a lot more cursing, and crying sometimes because I get hungry and I want to eat. And I thank you for spending time with me. We'll be doing more fantasy drafts and podcasts in the future here on Idiot Sports Talk. Buenos nachos, and always pull out. Not in your fantasy league. Unless the commissioner is an asshole. Wee!